No, it is very hot.
And there's a breeze that just came and just lit up my life. This county was created by act of the legislature February 26, 1856. It's named for Judge Andrew J. Miller, who died in 1856.
And I'm sitting there thinking about the Oglethorpe Infantry. We know where Oglethorpe is.
We also know that he's buried in, well, we might not know this. I know that he's buried in England.
Oh,
And they won't send his body back because Savannah wants his body back because he really was a citizen of Savannah most, and they want his body back. And at one point they said they would send it back, and then him and his wife. But then they changed their mind, decided they'd keep Oglethorpe and his wife. Go figure. And no, why do I know this and why am I so certain of it? I do not know, y'all. I just have these little nuggets.
Somewhere.
I just have these little nuggets and they're just stuck in my mind. And that's one of them. But you gotta love Courthouse Square.
Oh.
And y'all, Colquitt is the town of many murals. And all of them have stories. And I know a few of the stories, but I don't know all of the stories. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to tell them today because it's hot. And I'm gonna need time.
Yeah. Well, not really you anyway.
Adorable. Come here, I'll speak to you. Come here, I'll speak to you. Yes. Yes. You can't go with me, I'm sorry. That dog was begging you to speak, Tim, and you wouldn't even speak.
I see enough dogs where I work at.
Look at them clouds. Oh my goodness. Okay, now y'all, I don't know the whole story to tell it right now, but we're headed towards the hotel. There's a hotel right down here on the right. And I am going to cross the street again because there's something over here that if they have it, they have a map of the murals in front of the hotel.
They used to have,
This is a,
if I remember right, they had a,
they did, but I don't know if you can push the button and it work anymore, but this hotel down here on the corner is haunted. One room in particular is haunted. The woman they say haunted that room, she actually lived out her life here in this hotel because it was easier on her because she had people taking care of things and she could afford it. So she lived out her life in this hotel, and she lived up on the second floor. And they say that she's the one who haunts the hotel. They have problems with the electricity and things such as that. The power will blink. And if I'm not wrong, I think you can come stay in this hotel. I think you can even stay in that room. And it's a dream, buddy. Sign here says tourist information. I see nothing. Oh, there it is. It's the Terrier Inn, lodging and dining. We've got a story to tell. I want to film the sign here. Okay. But I thought that it had, well, it does have the maps. I want the ghost alley. Oh my gosh.
The Terra Inn is like a cat with many lives. It was originally a boarding house built around the same time the first shots of the Civil War rang out. In 1902 it burned, but in just 3 short years guests were raving about the renamed Hunter House. Imagine how it must have been to see travelers delivered to the inn's doorstep in white horse-drawn carriages, where they would enter to enjoy Southern hospitality and fine dining. Decades later, fortunes flipped once again when the inn said goodbye to its last guest and closed its doors, like a missing tooth on the town square. But in 1994, it received a restoration grant from the Ruth Tara Jinks Foundation and for the 3rd time opened its doors. The Terra Inn now boasts 12 guest rooms, 3 dining rooms, event space, and even its own ghost. But that's another story.
That was at the end of World War II. Or it was the beginning, that's when they sent them off, I guess. As much as bringing them home. Y'all, I love these glass bricks over here. Love these glass bricks. I'm pretty sure most of the murals are on Main Street. And I have a feeling this is going to be the Gospel of the Rock right on the...
It almost looks like it.
It looks like a person there, I see.
Does.
And this is the Gospel of the Rock, and it's my favorite mural in any town, anywhere, all of my life. But y'all, it's in the hot sun.
You want to film it?
Now this is a story. And one of them, that old man sitting right there is one of the Anglin brothers. You see the cop car off in the distance coming. That's because the police couldn't stand the thought of people thinking that the Anglin brothers got away. This is Escape from Alcatraz. You see Clint Eastwood there in the picture up there? That's Clint Eastwood up there. And they say 3 break the rock, Alcatraz. And this is an old man, and there's actually 2. You can see a hand looking at old postcards. So there's 2 old men. It's just you only see the back of one of them. You see the old pictures of the girlfriend. You see the lucky strikes. All news stories in Guilty where they crossed. They say that, we all know they say that the escape from Alcatraz was impossible and that these men did not live. But y'all, all they know is they got the raincoat that they made, the raincoats they made the boat out of. That's all they found. They never found any bodies or anything. They were bank robbers. They robbed banks around here. And they were put in jail. They broke out of every jail they was put in. That's how come they ended up in Alcatraz. And I like to think they got away. This is showing us that they was in South America. They went to South America and lived out their lives. They were born in the 30s, 1930s, so they would be nearly 100 years old. So you know they're dead and gone now. They would come from a family of 13 children right here in Colquitt, Georgia. And these 2 brothers was extremely close. And this is memorabilia that we're supposed to be looking at. And this mural was painted by inmates. And this is my favorite mural. And I may voice over that and tell that story a little bit slower. But that'll be all right. Y'all will forgive me, won't you? There's an elephant. I don't know what happened with that elephant right here, but there's an elephant in this mural right here. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if I think an elephant escaped a circus here at one time and ran rampant through the streets. And I think that's what it's showing right there. Y'all remember that this is all coming out of my memory. And I hadn't been in a long time. I did a lot of research on this years ago. I knew I was coming today, but I didn't do near as much research as I did the first time. I love the way they incorporate the walls, the doors, everything into these murals. The murals just, and some actually do if we got on the right street, just step right out and become a part of the sidewalk. I'm just going to look right down. Oh, there it is. That's the alley right there.
Is that right there?
That's the alley right there.
Oh, well, let's wait a minute.
I will. You know, I don't know all the stories down this ghost. Oh boy, but look over there. See, this is why I should have brought the other camera out here with me. Do the best I can with what I got. This is the largest mural, y'all. It was a local farmer checking his crops.
That one reminds me of Shellman.
Yeah. Shellman's got some big
They do.
silos like that. Yep, that's the Cotton Hall down there on the left. That's where they do the swamp gravy. See, this was done by Henry Lee Gorham in 2002. These are all the ones that kind of confuse me and I don't really understand a whole lot. It looks like a man dragging something, more likely a dead body, into the swamp. And then we got this old man up here with a shotgun. Also in the swamp, sitting on a stump. And this one right here is the one that has always confused me the most. I don't get it. This little girl, at least I take it as a little girl.
Looks
And the
like he's
man
holding a phone.
is holding a phone. Is it a toy phone? She's got a teddy bear. He's holding that phone out to her. I don't get this one. I just don't get this one. I'm scared to get it though, just a little bit. And then over here, this is a woman who was at the Pilgrim's Rest Church, which I'm fixing to show you on the mural. And her family, it was like a Romeo and Juliet thing. Her family and her boyfriend's family hated each other. And her family killed her boyfriend. And then she ran down to the bridge, jumped in and killed herself. And we've actually been out there, and I'll show you that whole thing. White's Bridge Road. And this is a church we visited, and I will link that video too. It's on White's Bridge Road.
Okay, so where's White's Bridge Road?
Oh, I don't know, but we could look it up. It's out a few miles from here. See the outhouse in the background up there?
Oh, yeah. There's something for more over here.
There is, and I know nothing about this one. Oh, but this looks like a widow. She's wearing black, and she's got a black veil. And the man's on the horse. She's a ghost. You tell. See down there?
Oh,
She
yeah.
has no feet.
He's following the man.
She's following that man on that horse.
He might have been her husband.
Might have been her husband. He might be the reason she's dead. This is my second favorite mural. And I hadn't got all these figured out. The only story I know is about this woman right here. It's a little bit cooler back here. This one right here keeps me confused and kind of bothers me. Now we in South Georgia, there's gnats everywhere. The old man's obviously up there hunting in the swamp while this young man is dragging a body through the swamp.
You want to go down there?
No,
You don't?
no.
Okay.
There's another mural over there. And it's a kid being bathed in a wash tub outside by grandma. That's the Cotton Hall Theater down there where they do the swamp gravy and they tell the stories. I want to come do that. I got to get out of gnats. Okay. All right. It'll be all right. I can go get in the car now. Those were the two I wanted the most. And I may or may not have told the stories very well, but you know, it was hurried again. And good gracious. I love them purple doors, y'all. That's the Mural City Cakes. It's the First National Bank, 1906, maybe? Can't really tell. Them purple doors. Yeah, the things you run across. Here we are in Colquitt, Georgia, and look at here. Samuel Marshall Watson. He had a Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from the University of Georgia in 1938. Sandia Base, Los Alamos, New Mexico, Atomic Energy. He was on the team. September 1940 to May 31st, 1952.